Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, like I told you in my last video, I am going to be talking about the tubes. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're new to my channel, hey, my name is Denia Brown, but you can call me Unique Beauty. That's the name of my business that I'm going to be relaunching whenever I decide to relaunch it. So I am 21. I am a phlebotomist and I am a YouTuber. So I vlog my job experiences. I give you guys some advice and tips along with me getting my certifications at Job Corps and things like that. So in today's video, I'm basically helping. I talk with my hands a lot and it might aggravate some of you guys, but it's just, I can't help it. So I am going to be telling you which test for which tube needs to be done and the order of draw, but the order of draw has changed over the years and it's different with different jobs, and I'm gonna let you know why and how. So if you're interested in knowing what color tubes is for which test at your phlebotomy job, then stay tuned.
Savage bitch, and your trapper take over. Name another bitch that's colder. I just bought a brand new Rover. I don't even drive no more, I got a chauffeur. Took off, man, they asking me to slow up. Getting wiser and my money getting older. I'm that bitch, I ain't even gon' hold it. I'm that bitch, and I thought that they told it.
Okay, so I have this paper that I took a picture of in the nurse station, and I'll put a screenshot at the end of this video. Give you guys time to screenshot, and I will zoom in, all that good stuff, make sure it's not blurry, so you guys can see for yourself and keep it on you in your phone, print out, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're going to start with the order of draw. I'm not going to say order of draw does not matter. I am going to say that it matters, but it doesn't. And of course you guys are taught, we are taught in school, order of draw, order of draw, order of draw. But in some situations, okay, so say I'm sticking a person and I have a purple top and a blue top. This person is a hard stick, but I was able to get a stick, and it's a very slow flow, which means it's coming very, very, very slowly. So I am going to get the most important test first, because if you do not know, the light blue top tubes has a line, and that needs to be filled to the line. If it's not filled to the line, depending on the lab tech working that shift, they will either throw it away and you have to redraw it, or they'll try to make some use of it. So I would get the most important test needed first in times like that with a hard stick and a low flow. You can have some people that are a hard stick and their flow is good. In that case, go through the order of draw. Or you have some people that are good stick and slow flow. I would say get the most important test first, and vice versa. So I honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys the order of draw, and you can Google this, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm gonna just tell you what my school taught me. Okay, so the order of draw that my school taught me, I'm just putting it out there because everybody's different. Some people, I don't know. So the order of draw, the CCMA order of draw, and I put this in one of my old videos, so I'm gonna just screenshot it. The CCMA order of draw is the yellow tube, red tube, green tube, lavender tube, then the gray tube. Now, in situations like this, you're not always gonna have to draw patients every single color. The only time you will have to draw a patient with every single color is if you're coming to a rapid, which means the patient is crashing, something's wrong with the patient, and the doctor needs nurses on deck, needs phlebotomy on deck, needs anesthesia on deck, whoever he feel like he will need. So in those situations, if the doctor's like, okay, just grab these and I'll put in the orders or whatever if I need anything. So you have to go in order. So for the CPT order of draw, and I'm just saying this is what my school gave me, okay? And I passed. So the CPT order of draw is blood cultures or the yellow tubes. So I would do the blood cultures first because the blood cultures are really important, and you need those with the first stick, and you need to stick the patient with a butterfly. If you're going to get the blood cultures, you have to stick them with a butterfly, not a straight needle, a butterfly. Okay, and you'll see why. I'm gonna show you guys why it makes sense, because if you stick somebody with a straight needle and you use a blood culture, just think about how you're gonna hold the bottle. Like, come on now, don't you need to use a butterfly needle with the tubing and connect it like that. So blood cultures, then the yellow tube, then the light blue, then the serum tubes, the RST, red or gray tubes, which is like red and gray. It has like a different, it's like red and gray or red and black, whatever. Then the green tubes, the lavender tubes, the pink tubes, the light yellow, and the royal dark blue is last, okay? So that is the order of draw, just in case you want to know, or if you haven't watched my other video. So there you go. So now we're going to be talking about kind of what each tubes are used for. And I have I technically have 5 cheat sheets I'm gonna put at the end of this video that you guys can screenshot. I'm gonna make sure I give you guys time to screenshot and use to your advantages. Like I said, print it, save it on your phone, do whatever you need to do or what you have to do. But this is what I'm giving you guys for help, okay? So what I wrote on my phlebotomy, NHA certification phlebotomy tech notes, is the green is used. These are just my own notes. Then I'm gonna talk about my reference pages that I have. The green is used for stack electrolytes, ammonia, blood lead levels. The lavender is filled at least two-thirds full. It's used for CBC, ESR, and sickle cell. Light blue, you have to fill full. Like I told you guys, it's like a line. The line that it has on the light blue tube is damn near to the top. So you have to fill it out. Fill it up. So it's used for PT, PTTs, APTTs, plastic count, and it's on time. So that's prorobin time is timed. Okay, so depending on, most patients that get APTT or PTTs is on a heparin drip. Depending on when they had their first draw, you time that by when they had their first draw to get their second draw. So this patient is constantly getting their blood drawn at a certain amount of hours because they're on a heparin drip. They need to check, their counts and all that good stuff. The red and gray are cardiac enzymes. It's for cardiac enzymes. The pink is for a blood bank. Like I was telling you guys before, blood bank, with the pink blood bank tubes, you have to fill out a wristband, and with the wristbands, you have to fill out their first and last middle name, their last, first, and middle initial. You have to fill out their birthday, their number on their bracelet, which could be their social, or it could be their just number in the hospital, depending on the hospital. You also need to put the tech that took the blood. So you have to put your tech code or your initials and the time and date you took it. If you do not do this when you're drawing somebody's blood, they will have you come back and draw their blood. Trust me, they will have you come back and draw their blood. And so with that being said, the pink tubes are used for, like I said, blood bank. Just in case this patient is on the verge of getting blood transfers, or is about to get one, or they're talking about getting one. So they need this, and the tube that we get lasts for 3 days. The pink tube that we get lasts for 3 days. And so after 3 days, if they're still considering that this person may need a blood transfer or blood transfusion, or it's kind of on the list of getting in, they might get it, depending on how they feel and stuff like that. Then after those 3 days, we take another tube of blood. We take their blood again. So when you're taking their blood and they need a blood banking, you have the wristbands. You have to say it out to them. You have to say their first and last name and how you spelled it. You have to ask them their birthday, and all that stuff. And you have to match it up with their band that they come in the hospital with. That is to make sure that you're covering your butt and you have everything right, because they don't want to mess around and give somebody the wrong blood. That's not for them. You understand? So it's very important to fill out that wristband. And I think I'm gonna put a picture of the wristband, and you have to fill that out to a T. To a T, okay? So lavender is for CBC, sed rate, light blue coagulation, clotting studies. Green is for ammonia and stat electrolytes. Red and gray, most chemistry tests. Red, serum chemistry and serology tests. CMP, BMP, lipid panel. Yellow is test presence of microorganisms. Okay, so that is that. Those are my own little notes. Now I'm about to talk about the notes that I got from my actual job. Okay, let me say something. I got this from one of the nurses, because some nurses don't know how to stick. Some nurses don't like sticking. Some nurses don't know the order of draw. Some nurses don't know which tests go with which colored tubes, which is fine. You don't have to know everything. So, shoot, I don't know everything. So I'm not even complaining, because if I did, I wouldn't have the cheat sheets. So I got the cheat sheets. So I don't know. Okay, so we are going to look at what color tube do I send, which means which color tubes do I use when a patient label has a certain test. Okay, so this is how the labels are presented to you. It will have the date, it will have the number of the patient that's on their band, it will have a barcode, it will have their last, first, and middle initial, it will have their birthday, and it will have the color tube and which tube, what is the tube for. So just in case you're doing like a rapid or something and the doctor was like, oh, I need you to get an ALT, I need you to get a PCT, I need you to get a CBC, and I need you to get a bank with a RPR. You're gonna be like, huh? What'd you say? But instead, you're gonna have this cheat sheet I got right on it, okay? You're gonna have this cheat sheet. They're gonna say all this. You're gonna write it down, because you're always supposed to have a pen on you as a tech. You're gonna write it down wherever you can, on the patient's sticky note, whatever. You're gonna write it down. Like I told you guys, we have this whiteboard thing on our carts. You're gonna write down what he asked for, and you're gonna look it up. It's nothing wrong with looking something up, and there's nothing wrong with asking questions. If you don't ask questions, and if you don't like know it and look it up, you will cause a big mistake that you won't think is so big. Okay, we're just gonna say that, because I did that story time on that. I think I did that story time on that. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't know, you don't know. If you want to know, ask. That's all I'm saying. So this tube is vice versa. The green tube, the light green tube, and the yellow tube, these tests that I'm about to tell you guys can be used on either the green or the yellow. That means it can be used for both, okay? Which is where it will get confusing, and that's why I am going to put the screenshot of this at the end of this video. ALT, alcohol, abelium, almas, B12, beryllium, BNP, bun, calcium, chloride, cholesterol, aka LDL, HDL, CPK, CKMBP, CO2, CMP, crenatinine, CRPQT, electrolytes, GGT, free T4, folate, glucose, haptoglobin, HCG, hepatitic panel, high sense CRP, immunoglobulins, iron panel, KETQT, lipase, magnesium, phosphorus, protein, renal panel, sodium, T3, T4, trophin, TSH, uric acid, pro, B, and P. Some of the words I didn't pronounce right, but don't worry about it because you're going to have this at the end of the video and you can pronounce it how you want to pronounce it, okay? So, I'm going to tell you right now, the most I have seen on this one is, I see a BNP all the time. A BNP, a CNP, creatinine, HCG. I always see lipase. I always see protein. I always see, now renal panel, I always see T4. I always see, and TSH. I always see. Now we're going to move on to the red. These words are big, really big. BB, dioxin, lithium, RPR. We don't really see red. We see it every blue moon, but not all the time. I'm trying to see which ones I've seen. I'm not gonna pronounce all these words because it's gonna stress me out. So the most we've seen is dioxin, RPR, and that's basically in lithium. I'm not saying you're not going to see the rest of them. I'm just saying the most I've seen. Now we're going to move on to the gold. Now this one is strictly gold, not gold and green, not gold and light green, just gold or yellow, whatever color you want to. It says gold, but so I'm going to say gold. Gold, CEA, CA, FSH, HCG, hepatitis, acute hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, HIV, intact PTH, LH, prolactin, PSA, RPR, the vitamin D. Now you do see, I've basically seen almost all these tests for just the yellow tube. We draw yellow tubes a lot. Now just for the green is just lithium heparin, ammonia on ice. So I'm thinking that one is a dark green. That's not a light green because the only one that we put on ice is the dark green. So I'm put a picture of the dark green. This is dark green. The on ice, ammonia on ice, dark green. Gray, sodium fluoride, lactic acid on ice. That's gray. Sometimes they'll ask you to put gray on ice. Sometimes they'll ask you to put dark green on ice, but not all the time. So you need to make sure you read the little comments when you're drawing the blood. Lavender, CBC, SID rate, retinate count, platelet count, HAIC, PSM, sickle cell, H&H. Yes, I've seen this. H&H is a test that is done, I think every, I'm not gonna say I'm wrong, I'm not even gonna tell you what I think, but H&H is taken every so often, before a patient gets a transfusion, after the patient gets a transfusion, a few hours after that, just to see how, you know, make sure everything is good. Then here's the blue. I can't see. My iPad died, so blue is sodium citrate, PTINR, PTT, fibrin D dimer, thrombin mixin studies, factor Ville, second to lab immediately. So PTT, I see a lot. PT, I see all of these a lot. And this is the light blue. This is not the dark blue tube. This is the light blue tube. And I always see, like, we see these every so often. PFA, 2 blues plus 1 lavender, no butterfly draw, 21 gauge needle must be used. Do not send in the tube system. So the PFA needs to be done with 2 blue tubes and 1 lavender, which means you need 3 tubes, and you have to get a butterfly that's a 21 gauge. And now there's a reason for all this, and you just need to follow the directions, okay? Don't give them no hard time, or you don't have to redraw it. Pink is type and cross and match, type and screen, antibody screen, direct simple to blood bank, transfusion, reactants. I've been seeing a lot of blood bank, and it says aspirin, 2 specialty y'all gonna have to read that one, because I don't know what the hell. We don't do that one. I don't know about that one. So yes, that's my little insight about the test. I do have another cheat sheet, but I'm not really gonna go over it because it's basically the same thing. It's just in a different like format, and it has a little more comments on it from where my old job where I used to work at, well, for internship. So if you guys want to see these, then just stay tuned for the end of the video. I'm gonna leave them on for like a good little minute, and make sure you do your screenshots and stuff like that. So I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be posting once a week, if not more than once a week. We're coming back with these videos, guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying my content just like I'm enjoying putting them out. I'm trying to help you guys on some of the phlebotomy stuff. I might not know everything, but I know some things. This stuff I know is because it's printed out on the paper from the hospital. The hospital provided these papers, so I'm giving them to you. And the other two patient papers, the other two white papers that's not colored, was given to me by internship. So these are not just like my made up notes. I really go by these papers. And yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys and let you guys know the order of draw, which test go in which tubes. Even though I didn't know how to pronounce most of the words, it don't matter, because y'all gonna see, y'all gonna read for yourselves. So I hope it helps you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be posting once a week, if not more than once a week. We're coming back with these videos, guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content just like I'm enjoying putting them out. So y'all stay safe, stay cautious, keep your mask on, be aware of your surroundings, and I'll see you guys in the next video.